This summer, my brother and I took a trip, and we went to a taping of The Price is Right. I know, we're losers, okay? I get it. Now, you're familiar with the show, correct? Barb, you're familiar? Yes. What can you win on that show? Big prizes. Sister, I know you watch. What do you win? A new car, a trip to Hawaii, a trip to Italy. You're not winning, so you didn't get it. You can win lots of things. Well, I have to say, I was on the show, and we were on the show. We went to a taping, and I got my prize yesterday. They actually have 9 contestants that they call down that can possibly go up on stage. Well, they actually have a 10th person that they call down after the show is over. You get a door prize if they call your number for sitting in the audience, and that's what I won. I won $100. I'm so excited, but don't clap. There's no reason to clap. It's not a trip to Italy, sister. But it's $100, but I'm not going to cash it. Well, I'll do the take a picture thing and send it in because it's got the prices right on the check. I'm just going to keep it and frame it. I'm just so excited. But you watch that, and there's all the people in the audience, a lot of people, but only 9 people can get up on stage and play for a prize, or 6 can play for a prize. That's it. All those people, they're all so happy. They're all so happy for everyone up there, but there's only 6. Wouldn't it be nice if everyone who got in could get a prize? Well, brothers and sisters, I think with this gospel, we hear a similar situation. Oh, everyone can come in. Jesus tells us this wedding banquet, everyone's invited. But then, all of a sudden, people start getting picked off. Well, you don't belong here, get out. You don't belong here, get out. And I think as we think of the kingdom of heaven, we think it's extremely selective. That God only really wants a few people up there. He built the kingdom of heaven. But it's not quite big enough for everybody, so he's looking for things to cast people off so that we only can allow a few in. That's not how it's at all, brothers and sisters. He actually desires everyone to be invited and everyone to enter into his kingdom. He died on that cross for all. Did you hear the first reading? Now, this first reading is from Isaiah. The book of the prophet Isaiah. 600 years Isaiah prophesied before Jesus came. And he says, "On this mountain the Lord of hosts will provide for all peoples. On this mountain he will destroy the veil that veils all peoples." What mountain was he talking about? Jerusalem, Zion, the city of Jerusalem. They always say, let's go up to Jerusalem. Well, Jesus was talking, when he was in Galilee, he said, let's go up. Well, that's south. But what he's meaning is, it's a hill, it's a mountain. So Isaiah was saying, on this mountain, on Jerusalem's hill, where he died, God will provide for all people. This death provided for all people. He conquered death and rose from the dead. All people. No one is excluded from that. But brothers and sisters, when we are invited, Jesus says we must have a wedding garment. There must be something that we have to put on. We have to accept what he's offering. And what's he talking about? Well, St. Paul says that in his letter to the Romans, he says, "Put on the Lord Jesus Christ and make no provision for the desires of the flesh." Saying, okay, put on Jesus Christ and be transformed. Now, I have a lot of things that sometimes I go off track with. I sin. Maybe you do too. Probably undoubtedly. If we are to put on our wedding garments, Jesus Christ, and do not sin, well, I'm afraid heaven would only be open to Mary and her son and the angels. But when we put on Jesus Christ, brothers and sisters, and then we sin, we don't lose the wedding garment. We can put them on again through the sacraments, sacrament of confession. We put on his life here today. when we receive his body. If we receive his body, we truly believe he is present. Body and blood, soul and divinity. If we receive him, is that not good enough for him? How could we deny his goodness to us? He's not that arbitrary. If we put him on and we receive him, how could he deny us? We find out at the prayer after this Mass, after Holy Communion, what we put on. After Holy Communion, we say, as you feed us with the nourishment which comes from your most holy body and blood of your Son, you make us sharers of his divine nature. He gives us his divinity. First of all, from the cross and the resurrection, that one event, but then this event that we attend here today, we put him on. We put on the wedding garment, brothers and sisters. He provides. Do not doubt his goodness. He's not looking to cast us out, even though we are sinful. Me first of all. And so, brothers and sisters, as we come here today, we come here with awesome hope. A hope that is his life. There is so much brokenness in our world. First of all, here, in me, and as we see in the news, of course, in the place where Jesus says he will provide for all peoples, on that city where he said he will provide for all peoples. We know there is brokenness now. There's terror, there's war. And so we know that this is not perfect in this life. But what he provides must be put on by us, or else there will be extreme brokenness. If we are not transformed by his life, we see the results of what that is. If we do not love with the love of Jesus Christ, we see what the brokenness results from that. And so, brothers and sisters, if we want there to be peace in Israel, in the Middle East, there's got to be peace here. We've got to put him on here. We've got to realize that we receive his divine life here today. And so, brothers and sisters, let's enter into that mystery so that we may be made sharers in his divinity and sharers in the peace that only he offers. Praise be Jesus Christ.